Hey guys, welcome back or welcome to my channel. Hope you guys are having a wonderful day and a wonderful life, of course. In today's video, I will be finally unboxing and reviewing the Verse Pro Color from Pocketbook. This was sent out for me to try, but all opinions are mine and mine only. I've been wanting to try out one of Pocketbook's e-readers for a long time, especially since it runs on Linux. So I wanted to test out a 6-inch color e-reader because 6-inch readers are the perfect size for me. It comes with Kaleido 3, so the screen looks the same as all the other color e-readers I've tried so far. It has front light and smart light, which is another name for warm light. It has 1 GB of RAM and 16 GB of internal storage only. The battery is really good and it can go toe to toe with Kindles, not gonna lie. It's not as lightweight as the Paperwhite and Basic for a reference, but it's still not as heavy as modern phones. It's IPX8 certified, supports several reading and audio formats, but it doesn't have any speakers for those wondering. Here is how I ended up decorating it. I typically don't add stickers on the front of my readers, but nail stickers are pretty easy to remove, so I thought, why not? Also, I tried to link down the Etsy shop I found these stickers from. You can customize the lock and sleep screen unlike Kindle, so check and check. The UI is pretty clean looking and there wasn't much of a learning curve for navigating the home screen. I can't say that swiping is always seamless. I sometimes got to tap again or swipe twice for it to register. It's definitely different from all the different color e-readers I've tried out so far. When scrolling through my library, the colors turn lighter but turns right back to normal when you stop scrolling. That could be a con for some. For me, it's not a big deal. I low-key think it's to combat ghosting since it's more noticeable on other devices. As you guys will see in these clips, there's so much you can do with Pocketbook e-readers. There's a built-in app store that you can browse audiobooks that can only be listened to while wearing wired earbuds or using Bluetooth. You can always go back to your notes you took in each book instead of using Goodreads or other apps, so if you like to have everything in one device, I think that's a cool feature. But when you click on a note, it doesn't give you the option to go to that specific page. For apps, there's a lot you can do and access thanks to Pocketbooks running on Linux. You'll have access to the web, so yes, reading fanfics is a dream on this. You can add pictures directly from the web, PC, or wherever, so that way you can customize your reader the way you want. Music is a thing, but remember there's no speakers. There's games, y'all. I was kind of shook. Now, I don't know how to play them, but I've been meaning to learn how to play chess and Sudoku for years now, so no better time than now. Drawing is a thing, but I never really cared for digital fill-in drawing, even on tablets or phones, so I won't be using the coloring app. The Scribble app is cool, but not needed, and during this recording, I was having issues with the screen not behaving. I should have restarted the device because this was not my experience before. Also, co-reader is extremely easy to add to Linux e-readers versus Kindle devices. Now, Kobos are easy as well, but there's extra steps. I only added Rakuyomi to read free manga or manhwa, but it's too messy for me to read and it messes up my home screen. Fonts can easily be changed and added to the device just like Kindle, so I didn't have any issues there. Plus, it has extra features to help your reading experience and progress. You can rotate it to your preferred landscape. You can also draw in notes, but I don't like it because you have to use your fingers, so I'm good on that. It has a built-in dictionary with different languages and text to speech. I wanted to come on here in real time and show you guys the issues that I've been having, or like some things I'm not a big fan of when it comes to this device. You may or may have not already seen it, but I'm gonna show you guys something that I had to do in order to get the best experience for me. That kind of copies the other experience that I have with my other e-readers as far as reading goes. Let's go to settings. So all of this here is where you can customize, you can personalize, like it says right here. I think this is where I was able to change the cover of it. Go to personalize. Yeah, I spent a lot of time in this area right here trying to figure out what I wanted to do. You can change the page refresh right here. I did it for every 5 pages. Audiobook folder, we got widget settings, which I didn't do. I don't really care about none of that. Open as startup, last open book. So I like to, whenever I turn it back on, it just shows the book that I was reading. Then logos. We have the boot logo and then the power off logo. So you can change that up. The Miffy one, I think that's the boot logo. And the power off logo is the one that you see whenever I have it off or like on sleep mode. We have gestures in reading mode. I think this is where I spent a lot of time trying to figure out how to get it to, I guess, mimic the Kindle when I'm reading. So I had to change the swipe from left to right to next page, because when you first boot this up, it's like in reverse. So I was like trying to turn the page and it was turning the other way and I thought I was doing something wrong. So I had to do all of that here. I know that not everybody is a fan of Android OS for e-ink tabs or e-readers, because they feel like they're going to like do more than just read, which that sounds like a problem that you might need to look into and get it fixed, because honestly, doing anything else but reading, maybe like light gaming here and there, doesn't really make sense for you to do the same thing you do on your phone on something like this. I don't know. Since this runs on Linux, I think this helps people that have that issue of getting a device that runs on Android, because it's not as restrictive, but it's less restrictive than having, you know, the Play Store on here. I forgot to show you that I spent a lot of time on this right here to configure the tap gesture, because again, this was like changed completely different. I was like tapping and something else was happening while I was trying to turn the page and whatnot. It was just doing a whole bunch. So I do like the page turn buttons, and I'm really happy that it has it, even though I am used to the page turn buttons being on the side versus on the bottom. It is something you have to get kind of used to. It's not hindersome or annoying, it's just a learning curve. So I mimicked the way that the Kindle is whenever you touch the screen, because this was just like really getting on my nerves. I kept the middle one empty, but of course you can just change it up to whatever. I just don't really care that much. And what I did here, like on the bottom here, like this is all separate. So instead of like the Kindle where you can click here or click down here, it means the same thing. This one, you can change it to like something completely different. So let's say if like you're leading this on a pillow while you're reading and you're just using one hand, you can make this to either like the back page. But I did here, I just did next page, so that way I can just like click on this rather than extending my hand all the way out to the other side. It just made sense to me, because I mean, if I want to change it back, I can just like click here and then click next page down right here. So these two right here, I did reading menu, just like the Kindle where you click on it and then it shows you all of the settings and whatever else you wanted to do. Exit, bookmark, again like the Kindle. But yeah, I didn't do that much. So just make sure if you want a similar experience when it comes to turning your page, bookmark, and like whatnot, because to me I feel like this is the best way to mimic the Kindle and pretty much any other e-reader, because I didn't have the same issues that I had reading with other e-readers because they follow the same format. But the good thing about this is that it gives other people more range to change the reading experience and to make it more comfortable for them. Browsing your library is the same as anything else. You can search up by title. You can search it up this way like that as well. I'm not sure if you're able to do collections. Oh yes, you can. I just haven't done it yet. But all books, authors, genres, collections, favorites, folders, format, series, and then the pocketbook cloud, which I only mentioned that you can do on here. I have used it, but one thing I don't like about it is that it syncs like a lot. When you turn it off or you put it on sleep mode, it's syncing, and I don't know how I feel about it. But yes, getting books on here is very easy. I personally like to store all of my EPUBs, PDF files, and all of that on my PC, so that way I can like have somebody else read it, give some books to a friend, and then also my siblings read, so there's some like YA books that I have on there as well that I can just send to them or whatever. So I like to keep that all in one spot, and that way none of them go missing. You know what I'm saying? Especially like if you try to send it to Kindle, sometimes not all the books I send over to the Kindle works. So one thing I do like this over the Colorsoft is that dark mode is actually dark mode and the whole device turns dark, rather than it only works whenever you're reading with the Colorsoft. I don't remember if the Kobo Libra has the same issue or not. I don't remember. I think it does. But this one works with no issues. It still looks nice whenever you highlight, which I really like highlighting it when it's dark. It's really pretty. So this is another issue, or another thing that I didn't like about this was the highlighting. Like, it's not bad. You have to go like this and then drag it out. Drag and drop like that, and then click whatever one you want to do, and then that's how it highlights. It takes longer, and sometimes it doesn't even, I don't even feel like highlighting because of that. Note taking is fine. Let me see, I think it's supposed to press and hold again. Write your notes, type it in. You can also do a Google search. Like, I used this for, I don't remember what book I read, but there was like some German in there, and I searched up just to see what the characters were saying, and I was able to know what the guy was saying instead of like looking it up later on, like either in the back, because sometimes some authors put the translation like later in the book, but I wanted to know in the now. And then another thing that honestly I forgot that was a thing, you can change the brightness. Let me see. From the side, just like how Kobos are, you can do the same thing here. It's a little bit more seamless than this. It's just, I don't know. And I think this is the warm light on the side. Oh. Or the smart light. So I think that's a really cool feature to have, because I'm kind of envious on like the Kobos because you're able to do that. So the only really issues that I guess that I have with it is highlighting. And then with manga, let's go back to this one here, because when I try to do the same thing where I click on it, let me see. I probably should show y'all how it looks like with the page turn buttons. It's responsive. Don't really have an issue with it. So let's say I'm trying to like, see how this one shows up? I'm trying to get the drop down menu thing. See, I feel like it's a little bit wonky. It wants to do this, but I'm trying to get the menu back up so I can go back. But even I can still press a home and go back, but I'm just used to like doing it this way instead. So that's another issue with it if you read manga. I think see, it does that sometimes when I'm trying to turn the page. You have to double tap it with manga. Like that. But if I was to use the turn page buttons, I don't have that issue. I think I did some notes on here. I don't remember. But as y'all saw, I don't really like this feature on here because the screen is just not, I just don't like it. My fingers are too freaking a little bit stubby for me to like do what I need to do and whatnot. Okay, so I wrote a note here. Are we surprised? No. The Pocketbook Verse Pro Color is the perfect size, open OS thanks to Linux, and decorating and customizing is just as doable as Android e-readers. So if you're looking into either updating your older Pocketbook or if you want to give it a try, I think you like it. If you want something more basic and less of a learning experience, Kobos, Kindles, and even the Nook Glow Light would be your best bet, especially if you're on a tighter budget. I kind of want to try one of their black and white e-readers since color e-readers aren't the best, and even though I still go back and forth between the two screens, black and white will always be superior. Again, this was the first time I had issues with the screen not responding or acting finicky, but besides that, I haven't had any internal issues or weird freezing besides exiting the co-reader app. Well, that's going to be all for today. Hopefully my review has helped you in your decision to give Pocketbook a try or not, and hopefully I'll be able to try more in the future. Thank you guys so much for watching another cozy-ish unboxing and review session with me. Please stay safe and take care of yourselves. See you in the next one. Deuces.